Hello, good morning. Welcome to First Light. I'm Pastor Malcolm, and I just want to encourage you as you start this week off with a word from God and just something He was showing me. And so, hopefully, well, I believe it's going to encourage you as you hear it and put it into practice. And so, I was reading, and God put on my heart John 8, and this is the woman who got caught in adultery. And it says that he early in the morning he went to the temple, and then the crowd came to the temple and he started teaching. And so the Pharisees brought the woman who was caught in adultery to him, and they were like, "Hey, we caught her in adultery. um, Moses' law says we stone her. What do you say?" And so in verse 6, it says that they were trying to trap him into saying something that could use against him, but he stooped down and wrote in the dust with his finger. They kept demanding an answer, so he stood up again and said, "All right, but let the one who has never sinned throw the first stone." Then he stooped down again and wrote in the dust. And so I love this because they came to trap him. They were like, "Oh, here, look, we got him. We're going to get him with something good now. He's not going to have a way out of it." And so Jesus, it says, stooped down. He got down. He started drawing in the dust. And they're like, "Oh, what? Like, are you going to answer it?" And they kept on demanding. And so he finally got up. And it doesn't tell us what he was doing, but I believe, and you can check this out for yourself, but John 12:49 tells us that I do not speak on my own authority. The Father who sent me has commanded me what to say and how to say it. And I truly believe that he was listening to the Father to what to say in that moment. There's a lot of times that people come up to us and they have questions, and you see it a lot on Facebook where you post stuff and people ask you questions back, and a lot of times they're trying to trap you. They're trying to get you to say something bad. They're trying to get you to get out of character. They're trying to get to see, oh, if we can get you canceled. That's a thing that's going on now. But Jesus stooped down and just started drawing in the sand, and I believe he was waiting to hear from the Father. And I'll tell you what, today, as you go out today and this week, as you go through your day, wait and hear what the Father has to say. Because if you say what the Father says, no matter what people say, no matter if they're coming to trap you, if they're coming, they have bad intent, God's going to give you the right words to say. God's going to give you the right thing to do in that moment. And, sometimes it may be, there was times where they called out the Pharisees and called them brood of vipers or whatever, and there was times where they came to kill him, and he said it wasn't my time, and he just walked through. But Jesus heard and did what the Father said, and that kept him all the way to the cross, for him to fulfill what God has called him to do. And I believe if you want to fulfill what God's called you to do in your life, and you want God to protect you, you want God to provide for you, you're going to have to hear what the Father says. You're going to have to go to him early in the morning, like in this story, or late at night, and spend time with him so you know and you hear his voice, and so that you can go forward boldly, and no matter what people say, if they're trying to trap you, and it's like, oh, we got him good at this point. They really thought they had him. And they all end up walking away because Jesus said, he without sin cast the first stone. And so I just encourage you today, go to the Father and hear what he says for you to say, and do what he tells you to do. I'm going to pray for you. Father, I just thank you that you will give us the right words to say in that moment. No matter what we're going through, no matter what time of day it is, no matter whatever it is, when we come to you, you will direct us, you will guide us, you will lead us. And we believe, as you are our King, that your word will go forth and it will do what it is said to do. It will go forth, and it will its will be done. And so I just believe, Father, that this week, as we go forward, as we take time to hear from you, you're going to lead us into victory. Hopefully that encouraged you. Hopefully that let you know that sometimes you can just stop and take a breath and let God tell you what to say. You don't always have to have it right away, but know God will direct your path if you let Him. God bless you. Have a good night, good day. Bye.